Ordinarily there early was Oscar the Great, but it settles. So we're getting set. Mobile Barriers heading into the back straight, so we're just about good to go. Race 6. Oscar the Great about a half off the arm. Ready. Racing now. And the favourite Valor Swan bounced out brilliantly to lead early doors over to Alaska, who's moving up on the inside. Further out on the track is All Night Raid, and in the firing line early is Donegal Annie Mac. Trying to get through the middle there into a good spot as Mr. Resistor. So there's a lot of about 4 behind this favourite. Further back then to Rigadoon, and Oscar the Great will be left alone at the back end of the field to find its feet and settle down about 5 lengths off the leader. 6.6 was the lead time, and the leader is Valor Swan with All Night Raid. It moves up on the outside to sit up and park without cover, and trapped 3 wide as Donegal Annie Mac as they come into the home straight. Further back on the inside of runners then was To Alaska, and they were followed by Mr. Resistor, Rigadoon and Oscar the Great, with Donegal Annie Mac back at the tail, 3 horses deep, trying to be restrained back to the rear. So 30.4 was the first quarter, and as they sweep out of the straight, it's Valor Swan leading. In second spot, All Night Raid, and locked away on the inside, To Alaska third. Rigadoon's 3 markers fourth, and on its outside, Mr. Resistor, Oscar the Great and Donegal Annie Mac is last, about 5 or 6 off the leader as they work to the half mile. Inside that point now, and they quickened up to a 29.8 split, so a 60.2 half down the back straight, and that's Valor Swan. It leads the way from in second spot, All Night Raid, who's had to breeze all the way. On the inside is To Alaska under lock and key third, waiting on the sprint lane run, and they were being followed by Mr. Resistor. Further back, Rigadoon. Lurking in behind them is Oscar the Great, about to peel and go, and Donegal Annie Mac is 3 away at the tail of the field, but Valor Swan travels near to the turn. In second spot at the moment was To Alaska. On the outside, trying to get home on the to them there was Oscar the Great, but it isn't responding for the moment. And further back there is Mr. Resistor running home, and All Night Raid still there in the middle. Rigadoon's behind those. They straighten up. Valor Swan led. In second spot up on the outside now was Oscar the Great. It's starting to let down and come out after this leader, but it has too big a break, Valor Swan. If you're on Valor Swan, get in the queue. Valor Swan bolts in, beats Oscar the Great, Mr. Resistor and All Night Raid. Behind those, To Alaska, Rigadoon, and about 7 away at the tail, Donegal Annie Mac. Mile rate 157. Favourites Quinella the race.